back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a Halloween themed DIY, which I'm so excited about. But the best part about this video is it's actually a big collaboration with a whole bunch of my awesome YouTube friends. I have collabed with these girls before, so you may already be subscribed to them. If not, definitely check out their channels and subscribe. I will have a link to everyone's video in the description. There are some really awesome Halloween ideas for you guys and some good costume ideas. I need some costume ideas actually, because I still don't know what I'm going as for Halloween. I'm meant to be going out to a party, so I've really got to get on this whole like organizing a costume thing. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're going as for Halloween, because I would love to know. So for my video today, I have decided to play around with little pumpkins, and trying to find like fake pumpkins in Australia is so hard. So I have real pumpkins and they're little pumpkins. They are from Coles. They're like $2 each, so super affordable. And I really wanted to do like a decorating pumpkins video, and I wanted to make all of them be like super glam and glitzy and kind of really fun, and make them into the type of decor that I would love to have around my house. So if you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below and let me know which one of these pumpkins is your favorite. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first little pumpkin design is this adorable black and white glittery striped pumpkin. So I'm going to start with some white acrylic paint, and I'm going to paint little sections around the pumpkin. Pumpkins have like a natural groove in them, so you can kind of follow those grooves as a bit of a guide as to where your little sections will be. And as you can tell, the white is really quite sheer, so I did do about 5 coats of white paint on every single pumpkin, and I know that sounds like a lot, but it was quite relaxing to just sit down and paint. And of course you can use a hairdryer to speed up the process. With the white paint you can be really messy, but when you do the black paint you need to be a lot neater so that all of your lines are nice and sharp and there's not messy paint everywhere. So once all of the paint has dried, then you want to take another paintbrush and a little bit of PVA glue or craft glue and paint over the black sections, and then sprinkle on some fine black glitter, and then you just give the pumpkin a little bit of a tap and it should knock off any of the excess glitter or glitter that is on the white sections. And I just love how this turned out. I think it is so cute and so glam. So the second pumpkin design I have is a white pumpkin with silver gemstones clustered around the top and then kind of coming down the sides of the pumpkin. So I started by painting this pumpkin entirely white. As I said, I did about 5 coats, and then once it was completely dry, I went ahead and used these 2 sheets of gemstones from Spotlight. These are already pre-glued, so you can stick them straight on. If you do have troubles with them kind of not sticking properly or falling off, you can use a little bit of craft glue. And I started by clustering them around the stem and then drawing a few random lines down the side of the pumpkin, starting with the bigger gemstones first and getting smaller and smaller as I went down. And then I just sort of filled in with random sized ones in between each of the lines, and I just love how it turned out. The next pumpkin is this really fun matte black pumpkin with a slightly more shiny like dribble effect from the top. So I started by painting this entire pumpkin matte black, which only took 2 coats, and then I went ahead and mixed some craft glue, PVA glue with the black paint, and then I started using the end of the paintbrush to drizzle this around the top of the pumpkin, and it just was the right consistency, that it was enough to drip over the edges but not completely go everywhere and look awful. And then I just sort of left it there to dry. As it dried, it did mattify a little bit, but there's still a contrast between the matte black of the pumpkin and the drips, which I think it just looks so cool. The next little pumpkin design is this cool silver glitter dipped pumpkin. So again, starting by painting this pumpkin entirely white, 5 coats, white acrylic paint, went ahead and did that. And once it was dry, I took some more craft glue and I used a smaller paintbrush to paint the bottom half of the pumpkin. For this I worked completely in sections, so I'd paint a little bit, sprinkle on the glitter, and then paint a little bit more, because if I had have done it all in one go, the glue would have dried and then the glitter's not going to stick and it just ends up an awful mess. I probably could have used some sticky tape to make the line really neat on this, but we just didn't do that. I just kind of freehand it, but I think it worked really well and it was so simple and it looks very cool. The next little pumpkin is this chunky rose gold glitter fanned out effect from the top of the pumpkin. So again, we're going to start by painting this pumpkin 5 coats of white paint, and then once it's dry, I'm going to take a paintbrush and the PVA glue again, and I'm going to start by concentrating a lot of glue around the stem and then kind of fanning it out as I go down the pumpkin, and then I'm just going to sprinkle on this really beautiful rose gold chunky glitter, and again tapping the pumpkin to remove any excess glitter, and I just love this, it's so pretty. So for this next design we are using the rose gold chunky glitter again, and I think this could be my favorite pumpkin design. It's so pretty. So I'm going to once again, for like the third pumpkin now, paint the entire thing 5 coats of white acrylic paint, and once it's dry, then I'm going to take a paintbrush with the PVA glue, and this time I'm going to draw circles all over the pumpkin. I'm going to work one circle at a time, and I'm going to sprinkle on the glitter and just do this the whole way around the pumpkin. I don't have any method to this, they just kind of randomly place, almost a little bit alternating the kind of a way that a brick wall would, but I just did this until the entire pumpkin was covered, and it's so cute. I definitely think this one is my favorite. The last pumpkin design that I have to share with you is this white and black glittery confetti pumpkin design. So again, for the last time, pumpkin 5 coats white paint. I'm sure you're getting sick of this as much as I am. There was a lot of white painting and pumpkins in this DIY. I mean, you could use whatever color you want, but for this DIY I took my hole punch and this glittery black card that I got from Spotlight and just went ahead and punched out a whole bunch of holes around the edges, and then I went ahead and used a tiny little paintbrush to paint little circles and use some tweezers to place down the little confetti hole punched cardboard, if you will. And I went ahead and kind of started with a cross design. I just worked across the pumpkin, and then I went ahead and did another cross in between all of those ones, and again I think it's just so pretty. So those are my 7 little DIY glam pumpkins for Halloween. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, and up the top here you can check out my last video. Down the bottom I'll leave a link to a Halloween video of mine from a couple of years ago if you would like to see what my videos used to be like, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!